You have a discovery call in 20 minutes, and you just Googled their name. You found a LinkedIn profile from 2019, a company website that tells you nothing, and you're walking in cold. According to HubSpot, 82% of B2B buyers say the reps walked in without doing their homework. This is the norm, but this video is going to change that. By the end of this video, you'll have a system that reads your Google Calendar, finds every upcoming discovery call, pulls the prospect's LinkedIn profile, company website, and any other information you put on the form, and it's going to write you a prep brief delivered to your Telegram 30 minutes before the call starts. So there's no Googling, no tab switching, and no scrambling. There's 3 parts to this build. First, the data. You're going to pull their LinkedIn and their website along with any other form data. Then the brief. We're going to do the research and turn that data into a prep document. And then the delivery. It'll get sent to Telegram on a schedule. Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Probert. I help coaches build AI systems that run their business for them. Subscribe if that's what you're after. Let's get into it. 2 things before we get started. First of all, Claude Code. That's why you're on this channel. You'll need at least a $20 a month subscription, and that's all you'll need to start the building. And secondly, the Telegram bot. If you have an AIOS already set up, you'll have one of these, or you can go with Claude and explore trying to build one for yourself, but it's not necessary. We can send the daily brief to your email as well. This is the message you'll have on your phone 30 minutes before each discovery call. It'll come in your Telegram or your email or wherever you'd like it, and it'll have the name of your prospect, who they are, what they do, and all the information you need to be prepped and ready for a discovery call with each prospect. It'll start with sample data, researching them from the information they gave you. It'll create the brief in whatever format that you tell Claude to create, and then it'll get sent to the Telegram, ready for you to read, so your prospects think you spent hours researching them. Let's get into the build. Before I get started with any build, I have Claude and my AI operating system explore the pipeline before. The /explore command is a command that I've built into my own workspace, and I give it a plain English description of what I want to build, and it'll ask me clarifying questions and then produces an implementation spec. And this happens before any files get changed, any lines get coded, before anything happens. This is how I build everything now. It'll take me maybe 10 minutes and it saves me hours of rework. Here's what it looks like. So here's the prompt. Build an automated prospect research system. I want you to read my Google Calendar via Google Workspace CLI for upcoming discovery calls. Pull each prospect's LinkedIn profile and their company website, as well as any other company information provided via the form in the Google Calendar meeting. I want you then to write a 1-page prep brief covering background, business situation, likely pain points, and opening questions. And then I want you to deliver it to my Telegram 30 minutes before each call. There's my prompt. Just thought of a couple things in here. These calls are called discovery call, and then they usually have the client's name, and the calendar meeting should have all the form information, including the prospect's name, email, LinkedIn profile, company website, and answers to any questions that they answered on my form. Now from here, all I'm gonna do is hit enter and let Claude ask me more questions. Now it's asking me a few questions, just asking if my Google Workspace OAuth is on. So I'm gonna say it should be, because I'm pretty sure we're authenticated. I use Acuity Scheduler, but I would like to look at the Google Calendar description because I do not want to pay for the API access on Acuity. And 3, how do you want to handle LinkedIn being blocked? Option A is trying to scrape it, include what we have. Option B is add an Apify fallback. I'm pretty sure we have Firecrawl in my AIOS here, so I'm going to tell it that. Please use my Firecrawl with option A. If that doesn't work, try Playwright second before going to option B. Playwright's just another web scraper. So I'm going to hit enter and let it go again. And we're back again with more questions. Let's see what it said. It was in research and shaping stage, as Firecrawl and everything else set up. Clean list of the system. If you want to read it, pause here. Same with key design choices. The brief model is using the fast and cheap one for a structured 1-pager. It's just asking my Telegram for forum topics, asking if option A, dedicated topic. So I have everything in one spot, or to my personal Telegram or the same group, no topic. I'm going to say I would like its own topic. Discovery call prep is good. And just like that, it's written an exploration document, which is similar to a planning document that Claude would normally make in the plan mode, just with more questions and structured output. Now I can start the implementation phase by pasting in this command right here. But before we do so, let's look at a little bit more of what the build made. So it's showing us our components with all their efforts. So most of these are small. It's going to start with the Google Workspace helper, the form parser. There is no dependency there. The research engine It's going to use Firecrawl with a playback or playwright fallback for a LinkedIn and company site. It's going to use Claude Haiku for the one pager and framework and research, which is tools that I have, or I guess Anthropic tools. I've already got my Telegram set up, so I'm just going to use the deliver. The orchestrator is all above, and the task scheduler is a Windows launcher thing. Now let's get into actually implementing it. Now we're going to move on to actually implementing it. And since this is a demonstration, I've told it how I want it to run, but you can just say /implement and then the plan, just like up here, or rather this one. But since it's a demonstration, I'm going to tell it to implement a little differently so I can record each step. But first is the data pulling layer. It's going to get the Google Calendar, then it's going to find the person and their website from that calendar, and then it's going to start doing the research on it. I've given it my LinkedIn and website as dummy data and just told a dummy Google Calendar data as example. Then I told it to give me an example run at the end of the data pulling implementation. So it's building now. We'll come back when it's ready. Now it's done implementing the first step. So it's telling me to run the demo test data pull when I'm ready. So I'm just going to tell it to run the data pull Python script. I'm just going to let it go. And so now I've run the data pulling script, and you can see some of the information popping up in here. I gave it my LinkedIn, so it's seeing the LinkedIn stuff here. It's found my accept all on my website. This is some of the dummy data. And so we can then take this information back into Claude and start working on the brief generation with it. So now we're going to move back. We're going to move on to creating the brief generation. We're going to take the data that we got from the data pulling and turn it into a prep document. This is where Claude's going to do a lot of the thinking and creating the prompt to get us ready for our meeting. And so we'll want it to implement everything, but there's a specific prompts that we might want to use for creating this brief just for output's sake. So if you like it in a certain format, you can give it a specific prompt to give you that format. And so the prompt I'm going to use today is a long one. So I'm going to copy and paste it in here, and it says 37 lines. I'll hit enter and let it start implementing, and we can walk through the prompt while it starts coding. Again, with the demo folder, and we're building the brief generation, but here's the prompt. You are a preparing sales coach. You're preparing a sales coach for an upcoming discovery call. Here's what you know about the prospect, and then it's their LinkedIn profile and their website with a call scheduled for call time. Write a one-page prep brief, who they are, business situation, likely pain points, opening questions, and likely objectives or objections, again, with all of this other information under it. Keep it to one page and write it as if briefing an experienced coach who has 5 minutes to read this. And so it's going to take all that and start creating in the demo folder again some scripts to create the briefs for you. So we'll let it run and we'll get back to it when it's finished. So it's done the coding, and now it's just creating a markdown file with the brief so we can take a look at it. So let me pull that up and show us the result. So here is the result. So we have discovery call Tuesday, April 28th at 6:44, just some dummy data. Who they are: Sarah Mitchell is a management consultant running a solo small practice, generating 400 to 600K annually. She found you via YouTube, etc., etc. Business situation: independent consulting, revenues mid six figures, trapped in the operator role, delivering client work and running the business. It has the likely pain points, proposal fatigue, client chasing. You can read all these as well. Gives us some opening questions, such as you mentioned you're spending half of your week chasing client updates and writing proposals. When you say chasing updates, what does that actually look like? And so it gives you some of these questions for you. And then it goes into objections as well. So I've already got a VA. Why would I need this? She's invested in support. It feels like duplication. And then the reframe and all that kind of stuff. Simple sales call tactic. And it gives a little tone for the call as well, saying that she's efficient, self-aware, not looking for theory, lead with specifics, use your language. So overall, pretty good brief. And again, you can customize this to give you the information that you like and the output format that you like as well. Now we're getting on to the third part, the actual delivery of this. Now I'm telling this to go to my Telegram bot because that's what I have access to. If you don't have access to a Telegram bot, just tell this to send it to an email or anything like that. That should work as well. And I'm telling it to just send to my general topic because this is a demo, but you can also set it up to go to its own topic like we stated before. But I've already set it to run, so we can let it run and we'll get back to it when it's finished. It's done implementing. Now I'm just waiting for it to send me the Telegram ping, which we should see here shortly. So I'm gonna open up my Telegram and get that ready. So you see my daily brief general, and there is the send already. And so again, like you saw, Sarah Mitchell, business situation, likely pain points, questions, likely objections. Oh, looks like it's sent again by accident. You have the one pager all up ready in here, ready for you to read. You can send this to your email. You can keep it on Telegram. You can reformat it all you like. Now you can come about half an hour before your call and read all about your prospect before the call so you're ready and prepped. So as a recap, we can set up data pulling scripts to get all the information from your calendar, their LinkedIn, and their website, as well as any form information on the calendar invite. We could then take that information and create a brief like this that you're seeing here that has a whole bunch of information that's customizable to whatever format you like, with different questions that tell you different information points about your prospect. And then from there, it gets sent to your Telegram every morning or 30 minutes before your next call. So you can then come over here, read the prep script, see who they are, the business situation, pain points, opening questions, and objections, all before the call starts. So you're really prepared for the sales call. The goal of this is to be able to read one of these prep briefs, and at the start of each call, your prospect would think that you spent an hour researching them, but in reality, you had AI do it for you. And the only time you spent doing it was the quick read, the 5 questions, or whatever format you'd like beforehand. If you want the system that helps you get so prepared for your discovery calls, and you want it running in your business before your next one, book a free AI discovery call with me where we will map exactly where your time goes and see if it's the right thing to automate first. It's the first link in the description and it's completely free. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, as I post regular videos on how to implement AI systems into your business and get AI running your business for you.